Alright folks, welcome to this episode of Underground Interviews. I am your host, Patrick Harrison. Of course, alongside me is going to be Wes Shinevar, and today we have a very good treat for you, and that is this guy right here, Benjamin S. Callaway, as you will find him on Facebook. Also, I think it's Callaway's Facebook page now is where they can find you at too. The new page you made?
Yes.
So
Callaway's disc golf page.
Yes, Callaway's disc golf page. So go make sure you find him there. Wes, here we go again, man. How's it going?
Oh, it's going great, Pat. A little post-Christmas excitement here. We're super excited to have you on, Ben. I feel like you're such a cheerful guy, so this is the perfect time of year to bring you on for an interview.
Yeah, I feel very happy to be on here after Christmas, really, because like you said, very cheerful, very fun-loving. So I'm very excited to be on here with both of you guys.
Well, we are excited to have you, and we're going to have Pat kick it off with our first question.
All right, well, let's get it started like we always do. So just tell us a little bit more about yourself. Tell us kind of the path that took you into disc golf, and kind of like the area you're from and how the community's helped you along the way.
Well, like you guys already said, my name's Ben Callaway. I've been playing disc golf for probably roughly around 11 years. And I started playing not professional, sorry. I started playing PDGA events back in 2009. And the way how I got to start playing is a couple of friends of mine at school just mentioned, hey, you want to go disc golfing? And, you know, like most people's reactions when they have no idea what they're talking about, it was, what is that? And they said that it was basically like ball golf, only you play with discs and get it into a basket. So naturally, of course, I just thought they were, you know, kind of silly. I didn't really feel like going. Sure enough, they dragged me out there, and I immediately fell in love. And I've been hooked on it ever since. So, and that says a lot because I played ball golf in high school, and I loved the competition of that. So to take me away from a sport that I feel like I could have really exceeded in, and then, I mean, essentially it's the same game, but it really isn't. So, and then to take me and put me into something else that I just fell in love with that quickly, I knew it was something special. So,
I think we see a lot of people that fall in love with the game super quick as well. For me, I went once and was a little ho-hum about it, but after going 2 or 3 times, I was like, yeah, this is something I definitely want to do more and spend some time getting better at. So that seems to fit the bill for disc golf.
I couldn't agree more.
So anybody that knows you knows that you are obsessed with form and just really maximizing your distance potential, just really kind of perfecting your form. So what is one thing that you continue to work on or continue to try and tweak with your form to really reach that sort of kind of perfect form status, if you will?
One thing I like to do is I take videos of myself, and when I go out to the field, I set up the camera, in many different angles, and I am trying to throw with perfect form, really. So I'm keeping the disc pretty much perpendicular with the ground. I'm making sure that my footwork is in line, and that my timing with my hips and all are perfectly in sequence. And then I go home and I've watched my video and I am critiquing it religiously. So I mean, that's obviously a little extreme for most, but before that, what I would do is I would go out to the field and I would throw probably close to maybe 300 throws in a sitting. Basically, I threw until my arm was giving out on me, and then eventually you get a feel for it, because that's what disc golf is. That's how you can get a target on how far you want to throw the disc. It's based all on feel. And when I wanted to throw a certain angle, whether it be hyzer, anhyzer, straight shot, that's something that I also would incorporate while out there. And I would try to manipulate my body and try to really force myself to throw that angle shot over and over and over again. So basically, it's consistency is what a lot of it is that I do.
Yeah, I think we kind of heard Fresno had kind of similar advice too, in just being, just being out there working hard, 4, 5, 6 days a week if you if your arm can take it, and just really being dedicated to what you want to achieve. And for yourself it was perfect form, and for him it was overall game, but pretty similar idea.
Sure, absolutely.
So obviously, like with 300 throws, you don't get into that kind of like physical shape overnight. So why don't you talk to us a little bit about your like winter routine? What do you do to stay in shape through the winter time to maximize your game so that you can go out and field work throwing 300 throws? Because I don't know if I could throw 300 throws in a sitting, and I'm just being honest.
What I like to do is I don't have a gym membership, so a lot of my workout is consistent at home, all body sit-ups, push-ups, pull-ups, and a few little quirky exercises to throw in there to basically make the body keep guessing. I also do have an exercise band that I like to use for stretching out my back, my shoulders, my biceps, my legs, etc. And I also have a kettlebell. I also enjoy running, and I really try to focus on my core, because that's where a lot of power is generated from. I mean, obviously it's generated from the ground up. Okay. So it's a full body workout when you're throwing a disc. So you have to keep your body in shape. It's not just one thing. If you're working out too much of your upper body, then your legs aren't going to be able to keep up. So I try to make sure that everything is done in sequence, as far as legs to core to arms, shoulders, etc.
Okay.
So being a player who isn't a full-time touring player, obviously you got your beautiful little family, but you still play a lot of big tournaments. I forget the exact number, but you were at a lot of A tiers in 2018, so still getting out there playing a lot of big tournaments. How do you kind of keep yourself ready for those big moments when it isn't necessarily something for you that is like every week or every weekend like some of the full-time touring players?
Well, confidence in practice is key. So if I'm practicing and I feel confident in my practice, then I know I'm going to be able to keep up with all these touring pros. And another thing about that is I've competed with these guys, and I've shot the same rounds as them, and I've been up there on the the high standings at some events where these guys are all touring professionals. This is what they do for a living. And like you said, I have a full-time job, I have a family, and I still can go out on the weekends and still compete at that high level. So for me, it's confidence in my practice to make sure that it really gets me focused for the event upcoming. And knowing that I have competed on this level, I just need, for me and myself, I need to tell myself to not psych myself out.
Sure.
That I have been here before, I can do this, and I just need to go out and accomplish it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, you know what? Real quick, before we get on to the next question, I'm actually going to take a little time here to ask our wonderful viewers to do the things I always ask you to do, which is subscribe up top, hit the notification bell so that whenever we post a video, you know right away, so you're not the last person to find out the news. And you know what? Let's go for 200 likes on this video. And Ben and I are going to bundle up and we'll head out to Westlake Park and we'll film some really cool video on the ice. I'm not a good ice skater. Maybe I'll pull Ben with a sled or something, but we'll come up with something cool. So make sure you guys, most important thing in this video, hit that like button. And you know what? I got something to give away. I have a cool machete here, and here's how we're gonna give this. Here's how we're gonna give this guy away. We've had you guys talk about your favorite Discraft discs. Now I want you to tell me about your favorite switch that you've made. So I want you to talk to me in the comments below about switching from something non-Discraft to Discraft, what kind of changes that's made in your game. We're going to go through, we'll pick out the best comment. You're going to get a machete. And you people that are doing this stuff, we're giving you the stuff away, we're commenting, and we're replying to you guys, but you're not answering us back. I know Wes has tossed out a couple comments to people with some giveaways.
Yep.
I've sent out a couple as well. So you guys should get a little notification saying, hey, you've got a response. So get back to us so that we can get your information and we can get you guys your disc sent to you. Yes. So we'll move on to question number 5 here. So what would you say your favorite tournament of the year is?
My favorite tournament of the year. I would have to. I'm gonna have to go with the Rumble, which is a local A tier back here in the Quad Cities. It's for me. It's normally the Kickstarter for my year. I also like to sponsor the event, and I haven't won it in the Pro Division, so it just makes me keep coming back like a bad gambler. That I have to win it. I feel like I have to win it. I mean, I know it's a horrible mentality going into a tournament, but I feel like I just have to. But ultimately, that's probably the one that I would look forward to most.
Yeah, I've been your caddy at that one a couple times. We've had some great times and we've had some not great times, but it's always been fun.
The times that you have caddy for me have been always good.
Pat's a nice guy.
He is. He's great.
I'm a good caddy. I just sit back and I'm quiet and here's your disc, and then I walk away.
The follow-up to that one is what is one tournament you have not played that you would really like to, whether it's a Pro Tour stop or just another tournament that you've heard of?
European Championships.
Oh, nice.
I want to go to Europe so bad.
That'd be a cool one. Pretty cool course over there.
I would love to go to Europe. I mean, just yeah. One day it will happen.
Nice.
So.
So what is your favorite course kind of in your home area and why?
It is a course called West Lake Park. It's on a very beautiful property that is surrounded by ponds and little lakes. And it's 24 holes of just challenging, mental straining, but you always want to come back to try to tackle West Lake. I mean, that's the beautiful thing I love about that course is that no matter how many bad rounds I've ever played there, I always want to go back because I know that I can shoot better. So I know I can shoot better than what I did, but for some reason I always end up shooting bad.
Yeah.
But again, that's why I want to keep going back. And plus, it's also in the courses that we play for the Rumble. It's our feature course. It was actually in the feature courses for Am Worlds back in 2017.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
so
I'm actually going to, right up here above my finger, right now you can click a little card up there. It's going to be a link to the drone footage from what we use for Am Worlds. So if you're interested in taking a peek at what Westlake looks like, you've got the chance. So right here, where my finger's at, click it right now. And then come back to this video.
Very nice.
All right.
So yeah, that's what I would say, that course.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit more about 2019 tour plans. Where's the first spot that we're going to see you this next year?
The first spot, well, I'm hoping I can be at the Memorial. I would love to be able to kickstart my season with Discraft and all these new players that they have attained off season, and I would love to be there. Unfortunately, I signed up a little late, and because I wasn't planning on it. I know, shame. It's the first time I've ever been on a wait list, though, so I can say that. Normally, I'm pretty responsible, but it was a very late decision, so I'm on the wait list, and I'm hoping I can be there. But if not, then like I said before, I will be kickstarting my season off with the Rumble here in the Quad Cities.
Nice. We're going to jump back to 2018 real quick, and we just want to ask, what was your highlight tournament for 2018 where you really felt you played the best or just had the best time, or what was the big highlight for you in 2018?
I would have to say my highlight was the Majestic in Minnesota. I ended up taking third place there behind Kale and Alex Russell, who ended up taking the event down.
Nice.
But I played very consistent there for only my third time being. It was my final round that I felt like I was was playing my best, where I kind of felt like, yeah, this could be my tournament, because at one point I was actually leading the event from the second card. And Terry Miller, the disc golf guy, was there filming, and there was a few highlight putts in that tournament during the final round that I was just feeling it, and I was on such a high, such a rush, that I truly feel like I could have taken that event down. But unfortunately, just a few falters towards the end, where I couldn't quite pick myself back up, and ended up losing by, I think, 3 strokes.
Close.
Kale, yeah, man, that guy's just too good. And Alex Russell played wonderful.
Yeah, he was a little bit of a breakout name for 2018, a little bit for Alex.
I also made the finals there, because they do a final drawing every year, where they draw your name in the top 4 players, and they do a skins match.
Oh yeah.
So after the tournament's over, you get to do a skins match, and I got to make that, which was fantastic. But unfortunately, Minnesota's a 6-hour drive from where I live. I didn't get done until 8 o'clock at night, something like that, and then drove back home, 2 in the morning.
Oh man. We also do for CCR Open, which is almost right along the Pro Tour Trail. This year, it's right after Ledgestone, before Great Lakes Open, the weekend in between, and we do a skins match as well. And in the past, I think we've done like 6 holes or something, and we kind of got the feedback that the pros want to get home or get on to their next stop. So as much fun as it is, we're going to be shortening that up, I think, at our tournament a little bit this year, just based on pro feedback as well. But it is always fun. It's a casual way for the fans to get to interact a little bit more with the top finishers, and it's usually part of the reason that we do it is it's a really good moneymaker as well for the club to make back some of the money that we put into the tournament.
Exactly. I love it. I love the idea. But like you said, pros just want to get home.
Yeah, keep it short.
So
right to the rapid fires, the always fun, always entertaining rapid fires that I hand right up for each person. So they're always fun. All right, we're going to get right to it. Rapid fire, number 1. Not a whole lot of thought, maybe a little bit if you need it, but otherwise, rapid fire. All right, fancy dinner and a movie night out, or homemade dinner on the couch with your favorite movie and your PJs?
Home night. Favorite movie, PJs.
If you could magically boost 1, biceps or quads?
Ooh, biceps.
I know you're a big workout guy, so I thought you'd like that one. Steak or fish?
Steak.
Long hair or no hair?
Long.
James Conrad style?
Oh, absolutely. Have you seen that thing?
I have, in person.
Who hasn't?
Favorite cartoon or comic book character?
Favorite cartoon.
Who is it?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it wasn't a great word. It wasn't worded very well.
That's horrible wording.
Fry from Futurama.
Futurama, okay. Reese's Cups or Snickers?
Reese's.
Good choice. Good choice. All right, here's our zinger. Who wins a distance competition? Newly signed big gun Geisinger or young gun Austin Turner?
Ooh, Geisinger.
Ooh, bold. Who wins between you and Geisinger?
Me.
Ah, throwing it down. Ocean view apartment or cabin in the woods?
Ooh, ocean view.
I like that one. All right, more true. Drive for dough or putt for dough?
Putt.
Ah, fair enough. I thought you'd go for drive for sure. You throw so far.
Well, yeah, but I mean, putting's what wins you money. So.
True. True. That's all of them.
Wonderful.
Right now is usually the chance that I give you like 30 seconds to a minute that you want to shout out anybody that's helped you along the way, any local sponsors, clubs, anything like that. So go.
Yeah, well, first of all, what I would like to say is thank you to you, Wes, and Pat for making this YouTube channel. I really feel like it's going to go places. I really do. I love what you guys are doing with these interviews, and I am so happy to be a part of it. So I want to give a huge shout out to both of you. And big thanks. Also, I would like to thank Discraft, obviously, for always being there and supporting me throughout all these years. This is my 8th year representing Discraft.
Wow.
I also would like to thank everybody back home for the support that they have given me over the years. I have a pretty big fan base, I would like to think, in the Midwest at least. And also, shout out to Iron Lion Disc Golf Supply, my very first sponsor that I ever had. It'll be 9 years that I was sponsored by them. They're the first company that ever gave me any sort of a look or a chance, and I just, I've always wanted to just make them proud. Yeah, a little bit,
Chase and Jessica are pretty awesome.
They really are. Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Chase and Jessica. Yeah, much appreciated for everything. So, yeah, and that's all I got. Thank you guys again for doing this and letting me be a part.
Yeah, thank you for joining us. We've enjoyed having you, and hopefully, sometime mid-season we're gonna just do some little check-ins with the pros too. So, I'm sure we will touch base with you sometime mid-season as well and see how things are going.
That sounds good.
All right, guys, remember our goals for this video. Obviously, subscribe, bell, all that good stuff. 200 likes for the ice video. Me and Ben going to bundle up and go out to Westlake, and I'm probably going to fall, and we'll probably put that in the video. So, and remember, people, respond to your comments so we can give you free stuff. Don't comment if you don't want free stuff. You make me angry.
Fair.
All right, peace out.